This is the behind the scenes of I Can't Believe It's Cake. First, I acted out me pretending to get a cake, and then smashing my head on the table. I filmed a separate shot of me putting the cake on the table, then rotoed the cake, my arm, and the shadow on the table, then brought it back to the main footage. And then I realized I was giving a cake to myself on my birthday. And due to some miscalculations, I placed the cake in the wrong spot, so I had to move it over slightly. I shot some footage of me blowing out the candle, added some extra smoke and embers, then I added the light change to the cake when I blew out the candle. I filmed one shot of me lifting up my arm and pretending to smash my head into the cake, and then I filmed another shot of me smashing the actual cake into the other cake. I cut out the clip of me smashing the cake, and then rotoscoped myself to pretend like I'm patting myself on the back. I then moved the position of the two arms to make the cut as seamless as possible. Filmed some extra shots of the pieces moving around so I can add them into the footage later. To finish the shot off, I rotoscoped the collar of my shirt back in. And that is how you can give yourself a cake, pat yourself on the back, and smash your own head into a cake. Here's how I stepped on a rake and split it in half. First, I shot my footage of me acting like I got hit by a rake and then walking out of frame. I was able to use that empty frame and mask out a few areas to create a clean plate. I've been trying out this program where all you need to do is mask out your subject, create a PNG, import it, and it creates a 3D model. I imported the 3D model and positioned it where I was standing, and then I created some collision geometry. After stepping on a few rakes, I thought, let's make it CG and animate it. I needed to create two halves for my body, so I used a boolean and created a box, and then put myself in the middle. After animating the glue constraints to get deleted over time, I was able to find a simulation that I liked. I was able to project my textures onto my 3D model, and for the inside, I wasn't too sure. After doing a Google search, I found out that we kind of look like steak inside. Brought everything back into After Effects and did some compositing, and now you have two halves of your body. I threw my favorite sweater on, and then pretended like I was pulling a string. In Houdini, I created a line and then used some Vex coding to make it into a spiral, which I was able to control some extra parameters. I then used the soft selection tool to move it to the shape of my body. I animated the string constraints to die over time, and with the Vellum Solver, I was able to create a realistic string simulation. Using a projection map from the footage, I was able to create an accurate material. In After Effects, I created a rough map where I wanted both the clean plate and the string to be visible. From there, you just have to create about 20 different clean plates, do about 10 different masks, have 3 mental breakdowns, but after you're done, you can just relax and unwind. First, I filmed myself inhaling the air and then dropping the balloon. In the footage, you could see cars driving by, and we don't want that. So, we're going to track the footage, add a clean plate, mask it out, and then roto myself back into the footage. As you can see, I'm not wearing any shoes. This is so I can add some shoes in afterwards and then have them fling off once I inflate. Next, we are going to need a 3D model of ourselves. So, we're going to use this open source program, PIFU-HD. Import the PNG, and then it's going to do some calculations and make a 3D model of it. I imported the 3D model into Houdini, and then I positioned it where I was standing. Added a ground plane, and then I roughly modeled the bus stop. Time to simulate. After a few tests, we find out which one we like the best, add a material, and then render it out. Bring it into After Effects, do a little bit of compositing, and bam, you are now the Balloon Boy.